I'm Chris. Welcome to my basement gym. We are doing metabolic strength today. I'm going to use a couple different things today. I have my step bench handy. If you don't have a step bench, what you can do is grab a towel or a rug. What we're going to be using it for is, I'm going to do some elevated heels into a squat. We're going to get into our glutes a little bit more. Okay, so if you have a bench, wonderful, great. If you don't, roll up a towel. You can always just have your heels elevated up on a towel. It's just something that changes the angle of the movement, causes muscles to work a little bit differently. Also, we're going to be doing some bench pressing today and some overhead extensions. Having a bench is kind of handy, but again, if you don't have one, feel free to stay on the floor, okay? No big deal. There's no right, no wrong, just different. We just adapt, all right? So why don't we go ahead and get started today. I'm going to grab my lovely closet bar. This has become quite the fixture, so hopefully you've got your broomstick handy or just take a towel and use that. We're going to be doing our smooth overhead presses. And I do apologize, we will be accompanied by my sump pump today. It is spring, we are thawing, and the ground is saturated, so that's us keeping our house dry. So smooth overhead extension. Let's squeeze those shoulder blades together. Remember, the shoulder rolls back and goes down. We're not reaching up to the ceiling. We're not elevating our shoulders. Our shoulders go back and down, okay? So roll back and down. We're also taking our shoulder blades and giving them a little squeeze, like we're trying to fold a piece of paper across our back. So take your back, squeeze it together, okay? Just nice, smooth overhead extensions here. We're warming up the shoulder joint. The shoulder takes so much punishment. And today we're going to be working it quite a bit. So we want to get it nice and warm, get the blood flowing to that area. Remember, I always encourage you to take a walk, do something before you actually come in here with me. Let's do some more shoulders with our Cuban press. So lift, elevate, flip, and press, okay? Again, lift the shoulders, elevate the bar, flip, press. We're doing everything all in reverse. All right? So lift, elevate, flip, press. All right? Squeeze the back together when we do our shoulder lift. Okay? Squeeze the back, lift, flip, press. Last one, elevate. Beautiful. Good, I'm sure our shoulders are nice and warm. Let's use that stick for just a little bit of stability. If you got a wall or a chair handy, we're gonna do our leg swings. So I put the stick in the same leg that's being swung back and forth. Gives me a little bit of a balance. Remember, this is purposeful. We're lifting our leg out and we're bringing our leg across. All right, 2 more. 1, and switching sides, okay? So again, make this movement purposeful. Use the muscles to lift the leg across the body and use the muscles to lift the leg away from the body. We got 5 more, okay? 3, 2, 1, I'm done. And so I don't kick my bench, I'm just gonna flip myself sideways and give my straight leg swings. So I'm just going back to that first leg, swinging back and forth, remember? It is purposeful. Allow the hip to open up a little bit to the side as we swing. I don't swing so much that I compress my low back. My low back stays long. 2 more. And 1. And then I'm just going to switch legs. Okay? Purposeful movement. Warming up the muscles. Bringing blood into the hip joint. Getting it all lubricated. We're going to do 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right. Having the stick in the opposite hand just because I don't want to whack it with my leg as we do our little box lifts. Just lift the knee up and over an imaginary box and bring it back. 2 more times. 1 last time. Good. And then switching it out. So roughly just about 5 or 6. I'm not being very precise here. We don't need to do set reps. We're just warming up. 1 more time, okay? Good. Let's march on our toes, then march on our heels. March on those toes, And march on those heels. Let's go toe, toe, heel, heel, toe, toe, heel, heel. All right? 2 more times. There we go. Good job. I think we're ready to go. Actually, my back's a little tight this morning. And if my back's a little tight, who knows how many of you have tight backs. So let's just warm up that low back just a little bit. Notice I'm lifting my heel off the floor. That's allowing me to rotate into this. I'm reducing torquing or twisting on my knee joint. So, and it's just a gentle twist. Warm up that low back. Introduce movement to that low back. Good. Keep that stick there. And we're just going to hinge forward and pull up. Hinge forward and pull up. Use the whole back to do this, especially between your shoulder blades. Sometimes we get a little bit more focused on that low back and we start round. I don't want us to round. I want it to be a perfect hinge. Nice flat spine. Just push the hips out and bend the knees a little bit. These are just called good mornings. When the bar is up here. Last 2 and 1. Alrighty. Hopefully you're good and warm. I'm good and warm. Let's get going. I'm going to grab my little sip of coffee. And we're going to start with our legs. So grab your dumbbells. We're going to use one. I'm going to take my nice heavy guy here. So again, right away, like I was saying, we're going to use our bench. If it doesn't feel good on your knees, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, I give you permission. Please, always make your own choices. Don't do exactly what we do as instructors if something doesn't feel right. If you need to alter it, you do that. You do you, okay? Again, like I always say, no right, no wrong, just different. So if this does not feel good, please feel free to change it. I'm going to put my heels on the bench. Feet about hip width apart. And bring the weight up into a goblet. And we're just going to do a nice slow goblet. Squat down and up. All right? Lower 2, raise 2. You might discover that you can drop down a little bit further just by having the heels elevated. Okay? You're doing great. There's 5. You've got 5 more. 5, 4, belly in. 3, shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. 2, 1 more. Good. Coming off of this, keep this weight here. We're going to do some little curtsy squats. Again, curtsy squats. I'm going to give myself just a smidgen more room. It's just a little crossover lunge. Okay? Keep upright and keep the lead knee pointing forward. Let's go right. So we're going to do 10 each side. Nice and easy. There's 9. You could come as deep as you like. Bring the knee all the way to the floor. You can make it small. Please sit back though, into the back foot. All right, sit into the heel of the lead leg. Whoops. We don't want you to load into your toes in your front leg. All right, everyone's different. Remember, your depth can be different, but don't let the weight pull you forward. Elbows high, back is strong. You got 1 more each side now. Up. There we go. Shake it out, bring the weight down, let your back relax. We're going to do that 1 more time. So for our clusters today, we will be doing the first 2 exercises as a repeat. The 2 following before we move on will just be single little hits. All right? So elbows up, squeeze your back together, belly in, tuck it under. Let's lower. 2 counts down, 2 counts up. Nice and easy. No rushing today. 3. You can come as low as you like. You don't need to come all the way down. Maybe just right to there. And again, like I say, if it don't feel good, don't do it. Take your heels onto the floor. Everybody's different. We got 2 more. Lower slow, raise slow, 1 more time. Ooh, it's really taxing me a little bit differently. I'm gonna give myself some more room for my lovely curtsy squats, and we'll put that aside a little later. Again, reset. Don't let the weight be like this, okay? When I say set, throw them shoulders back, give the shoulder blades a squeeze and pump those elbows up. Curtsy squats, let's go right. Again, we're doing 10 of each. Whew. There's 9. Let's see if I can keep count. I always get going talking cueing, giving you little tips, and then I lose it. Here's 7 though. So I'm keeping it in my thoughts. Again, if this does not feel good on your knee, you can lunge straight back. Everyone's different. I always want you to feel comfortable having it out, all right? Just don't give up on yourself, all right? You'll find a way. Guess what? We got 3 more to do. 3 more pairs. Belly in. Squeeze it back together. All right, are you ready? Last time, right, left. Whew. Good job. Shake it out. I'm gonna grab a quick sip. And we're gonna do a real dynamic workout here. We're gonna squat and just immediately go to an overhead press. We'll start with the right side. And if you need to lighten your weight, for your shoulders, feel free to. Body weight for this, wonderful. We're actually gonna get the heart rate up a little bit with this one. So don't worry if you have to go lighter, all right? This is what it looks like. We're gonna squat and explode overhead. And I really want us to make this pattern as linear as possible. And not about us squatting, lifting the weight, pressing it overhead. It is us pushing from the floor. And that momentum of us pushing makes it easy to lift the elbow and flip the weight overhead. All right, we're gonna do 10 each side. Are you ready? Heart rate's gonna go. Let's do it. Squat, push quick. Squat, push quick. That's it. Squat, push quick. Squat, push quick. 6, 5, 4, 3, give your glutes a squeeze under. 2, 1, switching sides. Again, lead with that elbow. That elbow goes, all right? Let's do it again. Squat, press. Explode up, go down slow. Build that energy and then push that floor away. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 and 1. And I'm hoping I mentioned it earlier, which I'm starting to wonder if I didn't. If you haven't noticed, I have a plethora of different dumbbells back here. So I'm gonna actually go to lighter weights. And we're gonna do one more fun for the shoulders. So grab your lighter weights. Lateral raises, okay? Don't let the shoulders be here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take your back. Squeeze them together. Broaden those collarbones, shoulders down, slight hinge forward. Raise and lower. Just single counts. We're going to be doing 20. Okay? If the light weight's too light for you, go ahead and get something a smidgen heavier. But again, delts are small muscle groups. They don't need a lot of weight. Okay? Raise. Halfway there, you got 10 more. There's 9, 8. I have a slight hip hinge. It just makes the move a little easier on the shoulder joint. There's 4, 3, 2. One more. 1 and done. We're now going to move on. We're going to go to our back, okay? We're going to do a dumbbell row into an L high. Excuse my cotton now. For that, feel free to grab what weight works for you. And this is what we're gonna look like. We'll be hinged over, but standing tall, just check out my arms. We're gonna row, keep that L, and fly open. Okay? So let's row, fly, and unrow. But we're not gonna stand up tall. I wanna stack our feet heavy, soften the knees, and push the butt back as we hinge forward. Okay? Let's begin. You're gonna row, fly, and lower. Row, fly, and lower. Row, fly, and lower. Row, fly. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go slightly lighter and lower, because when I do my fly, I don't think I can do it very well. So pick the right weight that works for the whole movement, okay? So I put down my heavy, guys. I embrace going lighter, and I want you to do that as well. Notice when I row, my elbows stay low. I'm not doing this, okay? Pinkies were kind of tough to do a fly when you do that, isn't it? So row, fly, and lower. 2 more. 1 more time. Row, fly, lower, 1 more. I was only supposed to do 10, but I just kept going. That's okay. Now, keeping those dumbbells, we did a narrow. We're now going to go wide, but with the palms facing down, okay? So keep the dumbbells wide. And again, we're going to pull right to our hip. Let's begin. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, yeah? 6, 5, 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Stand up, shake it out. I know if you're like me, my low back gets twitchy quickly. And that's just because I've overworked it over the years and I have to retrain firing up my gut, embracing everything else instead of loading in my back. So give your back a little shake out, and we're going to do this one all over again. Row, fly, wide rows. Let's see if I can count to 10 this time. So remember, this one's a close one. All right? Let's go rowing. So row, fly, and lower. Row, fly, lower, then extend. Row, fly. I want us to take our back, squeeze it together. Okay? Row, squeeze the back. Yeah? 3 more. 2. 1 more time. There we go. Beautiful. Keeping these guys. Shake out that back if you need to. Take the hands from here to here. And we stay wide. Okay? Coming to that hinge. And let's begin. 10, 9, 8. Squeeze the back. 7, 6, 5. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. 1 more time. Beautiful. Shake it out. We're going to do some curls with an overhead press. Like I told you earlier, we're going to be doing shoulders today. So, pick what weight works for you. Oh, I've got my 5s. Wonderful. That's my nice medium weight. So we're going to do a little bicep curl, flip it, press, uncurl, and lower. Notice my elbows and my shoulders. Elbows high, press, elbows stay high, and then I uncurl, okay? Try to avoid this, all right? Elbows stay in front of the shoulders. Ready? We got 10 of these. So curl, press, uncurl, curl, press, uncurl, curl, press. Yeah? You got her now? Feels good? Guess what? You're halfway there. You got 5 more. Press. 4. Belly in. Yeah? 2 more. I can't believe I lost count at 4. 1 more. Woo! Beautiful job. Shake it out. We're going to be doing some straight arm press backs. All right, so chest up, Weight's right here. All we're going to do is squeeze the back to extend the arms past our tuchus, okay? We got 20 of these, all right? You gotta squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the back, all right? Squeeze the back, squeeze. Torso is unmoving. Think about reaching the arms back behind us, elbows straight, squeeze, squeeze, yeah? Take a little bit faster now. Pulse, 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 pulse. Like you want to punch down to the floor. Tight back, tight, tight, tight. Only 4 more, I promise. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Good job, good job. All right, we're going to go back to legs. Feel free to grab what weight you think. We're only going to grab, well, we can grab 2 dumbbells. What am I thinking? Mainly think body weight for your legs, as far as this movement goes, if you want, because we're going to be doing a combo thing. Feet wide, toes out. We're going to do a lunge to the right, finish with an upright row, and let's stay going to the right, okay? And when we come to press to center and we row up, I really want us to think about our backside. Don't let the buns be passive. When you lunge right here, I want you to tuck your glutes under hard, give them a squeeze. Rotate your thigh bones around and squeeze that back together to pull that weight up, okay? So really think about your posterior chain, all right? So nice easy lunge right for 10 with an upright row to finish, okay? So 10, squeeze, 9, squeeze, 8, don't forget about the tuchus, squeeze it, 7, squeeze, 6, squeeze, 5, squeeze, 4, squeeze everything in the back, 2 more, 1 more time, and right to the left, squeeze, squeeze, hug the inner thigh muscles to the bone, come on, 5, we got 5 more, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, boom, good job. Toe heel in to feel comfortable, step it on in, and we're going to be doing some donkey kicks and fire hydrants. So coming to the floor, hands and knees, and all it is a fire hydrant and a donkey kick, all right? Please, don't let the low back collapse. Tuck that tailbone under, pull the belly muscles into the spine, and let's keep it within the glutes, all right? Let's do our fire hydrants. We got fire hydrant, donkey, fire hydrant, donkey, fire hydrant, donkey, yeah? That's not how high you flip it, whoopsies. So don't worry about how high you kick. I just want you to lift till you feel that blossom of tension, because everyone's hips are made differently. All right? Only 2 more. 2. 1 more time. There we go. Shake it out. And let's change sides, okay? Fire hydrant and donkey. We got 10 of each. Keep the knee 90-degree bend. Lead through the heel with the donkey. Fire hydrant, donkey. You're halfway there. Got 5 more. 5, press, belly up. 4, press. 3, press. 2 more. Press 1 more time. And press. Beautiful. All right, walk yourself on up. Come back to your dumbbells. We're going to be doing the lunge upright row. Well, let's begin, huh? So, feet comfortably wide, generously wide, stationary as we lunge to the right. So right, up, whoops, got to combine these, Chris. There's 2. 3. What are we doing? Squeeze your tuchus under at the top. Don't just squeeze the back muscles together. I want you to squeeze your tuchus. You got 5 more. There's 4. 3, thigh muscles hook hard to the bone. 2, one more time. 1, and changing. 10, squeeze. 9, squeeze. Notice my knee does not lunge past my toes. There's 7, 6, squeeze the back, squeeze the buns. 5, 4, thigh muscles hug hard. 3, 2, one more. Whew. Toe heel in. Back to donkeys and fire hydrants. Come on down. Hands and knees. Pull that belly muscle in. Now let's begin. You got 10, 10. I did my donkey first, that's okay. It don't matter, it really doesn't. Lift, lift, come on, halfway there. Give me 5 more. 5, 4, 3, don't let the low back arch and collapse. 2, belly in, 1 more. And we change sides. We'll do the donkey first, all right? Donkey, open. Donkey, fire. And again, like I say, the way our hips are designed, we may be able to open easier. Tight hips play into it too. So don't worry about the height, worry about the execution. We're squeezing our tuchus. Squeeze the outside corner of our tuchus. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more time. This is it. Good job. Keep it to the floor as we flip over onto our back sides. As we do single-legged bridges. It's going to be fun. Now again, it's not how high you bridge. It's are you squeezing in your glutes. So, it really helps if you have shoes that aren't slippy. So, my shoes are kind of slippy. What really helps me, I'm going to put my feet up against my step bench. That way my feet don't keep slipping out from me and drive me nuts. But I want us to have a nice close bend, all right? There's 90 degrees, boom, boom. Then put the feet down. Be right there, okay? So, single leg bridge means I'm going to put my other ankle on top of my knee, and I'm just going to use this tuchus for 10 times, all right? So we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. I actually lied. We're doing 20. And now you're halfway. 10, 9, push your heel down. 8, 7, 6, 5, strong pelvic tilt. Dig the heel in, squeezing your glute. 2 more. 2, 1, and done. Changing legs, all right? Again, we got 20 of these lovelies to do. So you ready? Let's do her. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Push through the floor. 5, 6. Notice I'm not bridging up super high. It's mainly because I have tight hip flexors. You're halfway, halfway. 10, 9, 8, 7. I don't want us to arc into the low back. Relax the low back. Let it be passive. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more times. 1 more time. And done. Hug those knees in. Rock and roll side to side. Woohoo! Back to upper body now, folks. So come on up. This is where if you have a bench, wonderful. Grab it. If you don't worry about it. Just use the floor. Okay? We will be doing floor presses and overhead extensions, okay? I'm gonna get blinded. There we go. We're gonna go right there. So floor press, overhead extensions. I'm gonna grab my dumbbells. I like my heavier ones here. I have my lighter ones handy. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go with these guys. Because we will be doing a fly. And I know with the fly, I can't really do the heavier ones. So it's okay. I can always swap out halfway in between if I really wanted to. Let the weight be on the knees. Curl down. Nudge, nudge. Got my weights where I want them. And now rotate the palms away. Remember, this is called pronated. The grip is away from us. Supinated means my palms can hold a cup of soup. It's a good way to remember. So if you can't remember pronated, you know, supinated means soup, hold a cup of soup. And neutral is together. We're gonna go pronated. Now see how that arm is extended up from the bench? I don't want it that way. So bring that arm down so it touches the bench. And then lift the shoulder, tuck it under. Lift the shoulder, tuck it under. Allow that shoulder to rotate and roll back a little bit. Belly in tight. Take it down 2. Press for 2, okay? Nice and easy. Nothing too strenuous here. Nothing too fancy. Straightforward pressing. You want something heavier? Grab something heavier. We can always switch out for flies. All right, I'll give you that time. Press. Nice and easy. Press. You got it. Come on, 3 more. 3. Pressing. 2. Pressing. 1 more. Beautiful. Now if you want to, load up that weight and rock on up. Grab your heavier dumbbells. Load up. Roll on down. Flies with a neutral hand. We're going to fly open and squeeze. I want us to think about hugging a big fat tree. Hug a tree. Lower. Hug that tree. Now this is why I like a lighter weight, because we're getting a super long lever here. All right? Long lever, hug that tree. Hold the belly muscles in, lower, and raise. Good. Squeeze, lower, squeeze, we got this. Whew. Only 2 more. And then we're gonna go back to dumbbells with a press. Last one. And then again, if you want to, change out, go heavier. Weights on the knees, uncurl down, nudge, nudge, and let's begin. We got 10, press. Nice and easy, 9, press. Little slow tempo, focus on the squeeze. 6. 6 or 7. Let's say this is 6. And 5, press. Taking our sweet time. Reason why I like the bench is it just elevates us enough to allow the shoulders or the elbows to get below the height of the shoulders. Getting a bigger range of motion. 1 more. All right, if you want to switch out, ready for flies? And let's begin. Lower and squeeze. Lower, squeeze. There's 3, squeeze. 4, squeeze. 5, squeeze. Halfway there. Got 4 more. 4. Good job. 3, belly muscles pulled in, feet pressing through the floor. There's 2. 1 more time. Beautiful. Bring those knees up. Rock and roll. All right. Now, I'm going to grab a heavier dumbbell, and I'm going to uncurl back down. Okay? I'm just grabbing 1. We're going to do straight arm extensions, and then we're also going to do tricep kicks. Okay? So from here, it's lower 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower 2. There's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower 2. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower 2. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down 2. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Doing well. Seems too light. Grab another dumbbell. Make a dumbbell sandwich. Lower 2. Down, down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We get a nice stretch for the pec. Good work for the back. 3, 2, 1. Down, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower 2. One more time, okay? One more time after this one, I apologize. And again, down 2. Last one. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Roll on up. Grab your small dumbbells, one in each hand. We're going to not make a dumbbell sandwich. The hands will be separated right here for our tricep kickback. And again, notice my shoulder. Look at my arm. It's way low there. Bring it down. All right? Don't extend out. Take a look. Sink your shoulders. Make the back of your shoulder touch that bench. And now bring the weights so they're right at the crown of your head. Let's do 20, okay? 18, 17, 16. We're almost done today. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, hang in there, 6, 5, 4, notice the shoulders aren't moving, 3, 2, 1, and done. Let's put those weights on our knees, rock and roll up. Woo! That is it for today. So we did some flips of the upper and lower body, some different strange movements. I hope you liked them. If you did not like them, again, remember what I always say. You don't have to do them. You don't have to. If you see me doing something and it doesn't feel good on your joints, you can say, well, Chris, I'm going to skip that one. I hope you do. I would be tickled. I do. I get tickled when I see people in class who do something totally different from what I'm doing, but in a similar muscle group being moved, because I know that, oh, they're very aware. They know, nope, that's an ouchie for me. I can find another thing to do. So anything that we do can keep us moving, make us happy, I'm all for it. Let's stretch out just a wee bit, okay? As I boot my bench out of the way, let's give ourselves a little bit of a bicep stretch, okay? And switching sides. Again, I'm not pressing back on the fingertips. I want to be more up by my knuckles. Just a wee bit of a stretch for the bicep. You know what I really like is, I don't know if you can see my weight right here, my power rack. I like getting my hand against a wall and I'll just gently push. It's just gentle, all right? I can switch my palm down, switch it so the thumb's facing up. So that's a lovely way to get a nice little bicep stretch in, and a little stretch for the triceps too. When we do this, try not to flare the ribs, thinking we need to get the elbow back as far as we can. Stitch the ribs down. That's okay. See, my elbow's more forward than it's all the way back here. That's great, because I can feel that stretch. That's our reward. Stretching is all about sneaking up on that stretch, finding where it feels like a gentle little, ooh, that feels nice. And then hang out. Hang out, breathe, and when all of a sudden it gets a little soft, a little soft like hot butter, you ease a little bit more into the stretch, all right? For the chest, link those fingertips behind you. Squeezing the palms together if you can. If you cannot, don't worry about that. Hang on to your pinkies or hands on your tuchus, or grab that broomstick and just walk your hands in close and punch your hands to the floor. Open up through the chest. This is where we want to be lifted. Notice my ribs aren't flaring. I'm not doing this. It's this. embrace stretching out the chest. That's another one too where you can step into a door frame, goalpost arms, and let the elbows be on the outside of the door frame. Stagger your feet and just gently sneak through that door frame. All right, don't crank through, flaring those ribs out. Stitch the ribs in. Get that wonderful stretch and then slide your hands up and step into that door frame a little bit more. Every time I see a door frame at work, that's what I do, okay? Yeah, it's weird, it's funny, but my coworkers know what I'm doing. I've had rotator cuffs, both shoulders, so I need to keep them healthy, all right? I want you to avoid having shoulder issues, so please make sure you lift appropriate for those shoulder muscle size, and you stretch, 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 stretch out that chest. Changing sides. Woohoo! Try not to fall over. Woohoo! And for our hamstrings, put a heel out, hinge at the hip joint. Remember, this is where our hip is. That's where we want to hit it. And our final farewell from my sump pump. Changing sides. Ah, yay. Hands on our thighs. Round and flatten. One more time. Round and flatten. And now come all the way up, big stretch. We are done. I hope you enjoyed class today. I hope it was a good one for you. And we'll see you next time. Until then, have a great one.